It's time for the 32081 Scoreboard Show. Let's recap the latest weekly scores and highlights from around the county.
And that's right. This is the 32081 Scoreboard Show. As always, I'm the Todd, and we are down to one team remaining in our area after the St. Augustine Jackets lost their game. We still have Ponte Vedra in the playoffs in the 32081. And, of course, that means JJ still with us. JJ, gotta tell you, it had to be fun to be out there Friday night.
Absolutely. It was a great win. Obviously, the team, performed and had a great win over Mainland, 27-10. And as usual, the usual suspects came out. Quarterback Cole Rosendahl, only the second Shark, I believe, to throw for more than 3,000 yards in the season. Did that in that game. He was 18 for, let's see, I don't know his percentage, but 18 completions for 239 yards, and had an amazing throw to David Doherty early on for 76 yards, which really started the momentum and started getting things going for the Sharks.
But they really didn't have to have that long pass all night. That's what was interesting to me, because they did, you talk about David Doherty. First of all, he had a heck of a game. Of a game, because one of the plays, first of all, he had some great catches, but one of the plays, and I don't know if you saw this one or not, was, I believe it was a fourth down play, and they were able to get the ball to Jack Burquest. It was Cole to Jack, and David just laid out one of the Mainland players that gave Jack the ability just to go those few extra yards to get that first down. But that kid, man, he has come out of nowhere the second half of the season. Boy, did he show up at the right time last night.
Yeah, Jack led the team, probably through the first 8 games of the season with yards and receptions, and then David's just taken off and been a compliment, to Jack Burquest, and that's a duo that is hard to keep under wraps. If someone's going to put their number one DB or safety or double cover Jack, David's going to be right there to pick up the slack, and it's just great teamwork and great to see that he stepped up his senior year and turning a lot of heads right now.
And then we say that also, but the other one that you have to account for too is he doesn't have any like huge flashy catches, and I mean this in a positive way, is that Caleb Stanton, he also came out, all of a sudden they start paying attention to David. They were watching Jack, and all of a sudden here comes Caleb Stanton. You put the ball in his hands and he's going to truck someone.
Yeah, big dude, big tight end, sneaky fast, long strider. Tight ends are tight ends, and he's a great blocker and great hands. And so when you add him to the combo, and of course, don't ever forget Alex Winkle's out of the backfield.
I was going to talk to him about,
Yeah, as if you're alluding to it, then I'll start into it. He is out there and kicking butt behind the big offensive line, running through the holes, making plays, scoring touchdowns, catching the ball out of the backfield. I believe he had over 100 total yards in the game, and that's pretty common for him now. And it's good to see that they're hitting on all cylinders there.
Well, and one of the big plays, there was a fourth down conversion that they were going for, and Cole was able to get Alex the ball, and he was able to pick up like 20 yards. When you get that kid going downhill, you don't want to be on the tracks. That's all I'm saying, because he was able to bust it loose and get a first down and keep that drive alive. He had a phenomenal night, like you said.
Yeah, shifty. A lot of people don't really realize how shifty he is in small spaces. Really high-end top speed as well, and as soon as he makes contact, he always seems to fall forward. So yeah, he's the glue that keeps the offense going, and he's always out of the backfield catching passes and running up the middle.
And that was the drive, I think, that they got the ball on the 5 and he took it in, and you pretty much knew at that point he was going to punch it in and get the touchdown for them. So great night on the offensive side. But you know what? We'd be remiss. We've been talking about them all season, JJ. They've always been performing, and the offense is now kicking on all cylinders. But the defense, Cooper Sadecki, what a heck of a night, with an interception on the Mainland 35. I think they had like 3 turnovers. Was that 3? I think they had 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery.
A couple. I think they had at least 4, if not 5 or 6, with some flags coming back, which were kind of questionable in my opinion. But hey, I guess I'm eating that home cooking.
You are eating the home cooking, but that's okay. You're allowed to eat the home cooking. It's all good because that concession stand's pretty good over there, from what I hear. So but yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. I mean, the 2 fumbles. We didn't cause those fumbles, but we sure as heck jumped on them.
Yes.
And Trey Butts, Hudson, Hausman, they recovered a couple of fumbles, a couple of interceptions as well. I mean, we talked, before coming into this game that turnovers were a big part of the reason why Ponte Vedra is doing so well. And they've been winning that turnover battle all season long. And here we go again, 4 turnovers at least to none by us. And it's hard, especially as you get deeper in the playoffs. You can't really, against good teams, it's hard to overcome that. And Ponte Vedra is definitely a good team. It
is. And Reese Beck had a really nice sack on, from the edge, of course, on the. But I thought also what Mainland did well that I wanted to ask you about this is that, while there wasn't a large number of sacks that we're used to seeing from this defense, the one thing Mainland did prepare well for was, the Reese Becks, the JP Dolans that were going to be coming at them is rolling their quarterback out and trying to get the yardage, so to speak, to keep the ball moving. But it wasn't going to work with this defense because, like I said, the names were just coming from all different places and they played so well. But I thought Mainland came in prepared well, but the defense just stepped up and wasn't going to allow them to execute.
Yep. And I don't think they've faced a defense like Ponte Vedra yet this year, and it showed. They did a great job just to score 10 points. It's the first touchdown in 2 games that Ponte Vedra has given up here in the playoffs, and so credit to them. They're a great team, had a great season, great athletes on the field. Just that Ponte Vedra defense stepped up again, made our offense look good with those 4 turnovers, allowed us to have field position. No Ash, as usual, a couple field goals, all the extra points made. The team is just looking great.
So the Ponte Vedra Sharks, they get regional champions with a 27-10 win over Mainland. And now, JJ, they are going to travel to Lakeland after all this reseeding has happened, which if you look at these teams, it's going to be a defensive matchup, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see how the offense goes against Lakeland, because this could be, as you said, Mainland going against the Ponte Vedra defense. This might be going back to probably Nice's defense. This might be the next best defense the Sharks team is going to face this season.
Totally agree. And looking over some of the tape, they are fast to the ball, have some amazing athletes. I mean, some power 4 D1 commits on that D line. And so it's going to be a great matchup. I mean, I've talked to all season. Our offensive line is big, strong, and it has really come together, especially in the second half of the season. We're going to need it. It's going to be a great matchup. They're ranked 5A. They're the number 2 seed. We're the number 3 seed. They've earned that. And I just can't wait to see what happens.
I mean, 2-11, 2 teams going at it. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a great matchup, especially, like I said, with these defenses. And you know what? It's going to be a chess match with 2 good coaching staffs on either side of the ball in Lakeland and Ponte Vedra to see how the offense is going to play against these 2 great defenses and put some points on the board. So that will be this Friday with kickoff at 7:30 p.m. So, JJ, once again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the update. I know it was a great night for you over at the Tank with the Sharks winning over Mainland, and we look forward to talking to you next week, and hopefully we're talking about the Sharks going to the state championship game.
Would love that. I can't wait to speak to you next week.
And we would like to congratulate Coach Brian Braddock and the St. Augustine Jackets on their great season. And once again, wish the Ponte Vedra Sharks good luck as they head down to Lakeland this Friday night to try to make it to the state finals. For JJ, I'm the Todd, and thank you for listening to the 32081 Scoreboard Show.
Thank you for listening to the 32081. We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
I love the show, guys. You're awesome.
Please don't forget to subscribe to the show so you can join us for the next episode.
I never miss an episode. It's the best.
Until next time, take care.